Alright, what's up, guys? So, I tried to play Star Citizen earlier, and this was after the last video I recorded talking on Star Citizen because, yeah, overall, though, I have hope for this game. It does come off as a solid game, but that's the issue that I'm having. And I'm not trying to hear nobody talking about, oh, Squadron 42 is coming out, or they're going to add a private server in 2026. I know of that already, all right? But I'm not trying to wait until no 2026 to actually have an experience on playing this game. I'm trying to play it right now. And the last thing that I'm trying to see is when I start this game up is, oh, 105 players got to queue in before you get a chance to play. What sense does it even make of even playing the game right now? And so that's the thing, because there have been other people that have asked for an offline mode, and I don't know why it's something that's not been considered, but I guess, yeah, they are going to add a private server. And it's like, do you think people are trying to wait until 2026 to play this game? Somebody that's been trying to play this game since 2012 when you guys started putting this game out in production and things. But do you think people are trying to wait until like 2 more years to play this game? When exactly? Is it going to be as soon as like the very first second of 2026? Or is it going to be months down the road in 2026? Because if that's the case, you guys need to add an offline mode in a private server now. But it just don't make sense to me where a game's been in production for 12 years and you mean to tell me that's not even something that's been considered? That's crazy, because it's like there are so many other different games. Like I play the Crew 2. I played the Crew. Well, no, actually, the Crew Motor Fest. I had trying to think because the Crew 2, because that's a online, that's an MMO game too. But the Division. What are some other MMO games out there? Let's just look it up, because I haven't played a lot of different MMO games, and I'm like, I haven't had no issues like that where it's like the game I gotta wait 105 players. MMO games. Let's just see. Let's just see some games that they got available. Eve Online. The last time I played, yeah, the game crashed on me, but at least I was able to get in. Fallout 76, Destiny 2. Destiny 2, I don't know how many times I didn't play that game. That's a game I didn't played a lot of. But anyways, so there's like best MMORPG games. All right, let's just see. Okay, so didn't play that, didn't play that, didn't play that. Let's see some other ones I actually did get a chance to play. Once Human, played that, no problem. Let's see. Okay, yeah, they had Destiny 2. Let's see some other ones. But there's a gang of MMO games out there where it's like, and yeah, they might not all have an offline mode, and it's something that they should consider if it's like, especially, but the thing is this though, with Destiny, I guess comparing Destiny to Star Citizen, that when you go and play that game, it ain't this glitchy, buggy, pre-alpha, game that you're playing. That game's developed, all right? It's fully developed. It might come out with some updates here and there, but at the same time, I'm like, I've never had to wait no 105 players just to play the game. So maybe you guys need to up the servers or something. But I just feel that this will be eliminated if you guys, again, add an offline mode. And to anybody out there that has an issue with that, you talk about that on your own platform. I ain't trying to hear nobody that got an issue, because I'm like, offline mode ain't going to affect your gameplay. And I feel like the only reason why is because there are probably people out there that be going, because that is something that I heard about Star Citizen, is that you might have to worry about other players, I guess, trying to rob you or whatever and things. So I feel like it's either that or it's people out there trying to find, but I'm like, or yeah, find friends to play with. But I'm like, fam, no. It's like, it's something where if a person wants to play a game offline, it's like, what? My thing is this. It don't say Star Citizen Online. It don't say Star Citizen MMO. It might be considered that, but it don't say that in the game. And I'm like, but at least my thing is this. If you are going to have that, make sure of it that it works properly. If not, then you guys need to add an offline mode. But I'm like, I'm telling you, it needs to be like some higher ups in the gaming industry where it's like stuff like that needs to be forced into a game. If a game got online issues, that needs to be forced. Where it's like, you need to add an offline mode. Because there's people out there that bought your guys' product and they can't even play it because they gotta wait until 105 players queue into the game before I get a chance to play. I'm like, you guys didn't wait no 105 days to take my money. You guys ain't waiting for any amount of you. The thing is this, you took my money right then and there when I clicked purchase. So why should I have to wait to play the game? That's what I'm saying. And it's like people out there, it's thinking that it's like, oh, people want to play offline for all these other. No, they want to play offline so they can actually get a chance to play the game. So that's why I'm like, man, it's just, that's something where I'm like, no, the developers or developer, whoever, you need to, that's someday, it shouldn't even be considered. That should be the next update, a private mode or an offline mode, one of the two. But I'm like, it shouldn't be something where I gotta wait an additional 2 more years just to actually get a chance to sit down and play throughout the game. That to me, I'm like, man, I'm telling you, like I said, there needs to be some sort of like higher ups in the gaming industry that like can have control of that, because it's like I feel like I do videos like this, you think the developer is going to listen, you think, and the crazy thing about it is that so many other people have talked about this too. I'm not the only one that's had my frustrations playing Star Citizen online. Other people have talked on this, Reddit, probably YouTube, other social media platforms, and it's something where it just seems like it goes in one ear and out the other. Developers just don't care, and it's like, all right, well, my thing is this: if you find yourself in a situation where ain't nobody playing your game, yeah, let's say game does have its full release 1.0 or whatever, and ain't nobody fooling with their playing with this because you guys aren't listening to the fans that already done took the time to buy your guys' game in the pre-alpha stage. We're supporting you guys now, and you can't even listen. That it's like, it's things like that where I'm like, nah, I've seen that a lot of times in this modern day of gaming, where it's like developers just for some reason refuse to listen to the gamers. Look at that one video game the day before. That was a big old giant MMO, and look how that turned out for people. Game's not even available to be purchased anymore. And I'm like, if it is the game even playable? I'm like, do they even have like any Steam keys or something for that game? The day before Steam key, I guarantee and I promise you, they probably ain't got no Steam keys for that game. Yeah, and I'm like, it's something. Oh, do they? Hold on. No, they don't. They actually don't. And I was like, I looked it up, and there's like, yeah, I don't see nothing of that game. I wonder if they got it on G2A the day before. No, that's not it. That's definitely not it. The day before you gone, yeah, that ain't it. But anyways, yeah, it's like that's a game where you came in, and that had to say that game at one point in time was a lot bigger than Star Citizen. So that's why I'm like, and I guess for those that don't really know too much about the day before, yeah, let me just sit down and tell you guys a little story about that game. So they decided they were going to announce that game. Everybody was all gassed up and hyped for it. It was the most wishlist game on Steam at one point in time, all right? Fast forward, the game finally does come out. And I'm like, I have videos of myself when I tried playing that game. But anyways, the game comes out, people are trying to play it, they can't play it, and then people were saying that, they were telling them that you guys need to add an offline mode. But it wasn't even that. The fact, because it was like the game, they made it seem like that it was going to be this like open world, you get to explore around, see all these different, you know, parts of, like, it's just like this big old giant environment, right? And then, yeah, there was like areas of the game that they hadn't even, when the game finally did release, it hadn't even came out yet. You know, like there was this like countryside. It pretty much like you were just in the city the majority of the time. Like I don't remember ever going, even seeing, the only time I think I got a chance to see the countryside area was when it was at my character's, safe house. But I'm like, it wasn't even an area that you can walk around and explore. It was like you can explore what's around your house, and that was it. So anyways, the game does come out. There was a lot of promises that were pretty much broken. And then eventually it did get to a point where the game was at an overwhelmingly negative state, like status, with its ratings and stuff. And then, yeah, they ended up shutting the game down. And the developers, I guess they're trying to make a comeback, but people are like, no, after the day before, we don't want no games from you guys. So that's what I'm saying. If developers actually sat down, took the time to listen to all of their fans, not just some, all of the fans. I done bought your guys' game. I'm like, I'm a fan, all right? So my thing is this. If you actually take the time to sit down and listen to all of the fans, what could possibly go wrong with your video game? What could possibly go wrong with like adding the stuff that people want in the game, having it where it's like, okay, any and everybody can play this game? What's wrong with that? And I'm like, and again, to anybody out there that's like, oh, this will be wrong, I'm not trying to hear none of that. You go on your own platform and talk about why an offline mode shouldn't be added to the game. But on my platform, I'm talking about why it should be. Because you guys actually can get a chance to play the game. I can't. That's why I'm doing this video. My thing is this. If I actually had a chance to play the game, do you think I'd be doing this video right now? No. And I'm not trying to wait 2 years from now to be able to play the game. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you need an offline mode or a private server mode needs to get added now. Not no 2026, not no 2027 or 12 years from now. It needs to get added now. All right. So anyways, with that being said, talk to y'all later. Thank you guys. Peace.